Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to week 5 of my 12-week Countdown to Christmas series. Today I'm going to show you how you can make quick, easy cards using the Classic Cloche Bundle on page 22 of the July to December 2021 mini. The Classic Cloche stamp set is actually a photopolymer stamp set because it's a 3-step stamping one. So you stamp the outline, then you stamp the filler for the overall scene, and the third stamp is to fill in the houses. These are the cards I made with it. It's quick and easy. I've used the note cards and envelopes from the annual catalogue, and these are smaller in size, so therefore they're more economical to post if you've got overseas ones to mail abroad. The finished size of the card is 5 inches by 3.5 inches. You can stamp directly on the card, but if you make a mistake, then your card's ruined. So my suggestion is that you can use any colour you want. This one is on very vanilla without the matte, but I just think it made the card pop a little bit more if you did add a matte. So you can change the colour of the houses like I've done here. And then you can cut a whole bunch of cards, 3 inches by 4 3/8 inches. In metric that will be 7.5 by 11 centimeters. And then you can choose any colour matte layer, which will be 3 1/8 by 4.5, and in metric that will be 8 centimeters by 11.5. You can mount your stamps on a traditional block, of course. I find that if it takes you just as long to try and line up the stamps, so I just line it up the once, put it on my stamp apparatus, and I'm good to go. So this has been sized so that it will stamp on the 3 inch by 4 3/8 inch piece of cardstock, and I'm just going to stamp off. So I put a piece of copy paper on top so that the outline will be lighter. Switch my plate round. Clean that first. Now when you're cleaning it, if it's on a stamp apparatus, dab at it. If you rub it, it might alter the position of your stamp, and you don't want that. Switch the plate over and stamp again. Now make sure that it's right in the corner. So you see how perfect that is. Then I change colour. I want to stamp the houses. So I've mounted my stamp on another plate, and I've also stamped the sentiment on it as well, so you can do 2 tasks in one go. That will stamp the sentiment on the front of your card. Can you see that? Now when the stamp apparatus first came out, I took the opportunity of getting several of these spare plates. You could buy them as spares, and I've got lots and lots of them, so it's good for me, because then I mount all my stamps all in one go and I switch it around. So I can do a whole stamp set if I wanted to, but unfortunately you can't do that anymore. If you buy the stamp apparatus, you just get one set of plates and that's it. So you see, just pop that onto a card matte layer to match your houses, and then just grab a note card and fold it. It's already pre-scored as well, which is handy. And all you have to do is just glue that on. See how quick these cards are to make. And then with the Wink of Stella you can add a little bit of detail. So you can go over the rooftops. If you think that's too plain, then all you have to do is just add a little rhinestone there. And I hear you say, well, what about the inside of the card? Mounted it. So now I'll use the colour that matches the matte layer. Whoops, anchor that down. Bring my soft sea foam back. Ink that up. And there you go. The card's finished. So if you're mass producing it, I would just stamp all the cloudy ones first, the solid image first. It's important if you do that if you've mounted your stamp on a block, because it's easier then to line up your outline one under the background of the filler. Method to the madness. So anyway, stamp all these first, okay, then you can follow up with the outline one, and then do your filler in whatever colour you want. Say you want to make 5 of these, so you stamp that 5 times in the soft sea foam, and then you can switch colours and stamp it in another colour and so on. And there's another design here which is using designer series paper, so you can go ahead and die cut these. These 3 dies will cut out multiple trees, 3 of the big ones all at one go, 4 of the tiniest ones, and 3 of the middle-sized ones. So I've die cut plenty, and then I just put those in a box until I need them. This die will cut out the branches, so there's 2 branches, and I haven't done the birds. I'll do that another time. So to make this card, this is the Tidings of Christmas DSP, and they're 6x6 inch sheets. And I wanted it to be economical, so that's why I chose these note cards and envelopes, because you can cut down a 6x6 to the height of the DSP you need on this card, which is 4.5 inches. So cut off 1.5 inches and then cut what's left over into 2 pieces of 3 inch by 4.5 inch pieces, and then you get it to cover both cards. Now this die here is to cut out this scene so you can put it under the cloche if you wish, but I've made a feature of the card so that it can go on the front of this card. But you can still use your 3 inch by 4 and 3/8 inch pieces of cardstock that you're doing for your card fronts to die cut this, so you can still create your scene. Stamp that. I couldn't be doing with funny coloured skies, like if I wanted my houses in green, then this would all go green. So that's why I prefer to stick to a neutral colour with the grey. Flip it over and stamp that. Make your cutting sandwich. Then you can make your cutting sandwich platform 1, 2, one of the platform 3s, your image die with cutting edge face down, another platform 3 on top, and you're ready to run it through the machine. So I'll do that off camera. Bring back in another note card, and I'm just going to glue this Christmas DSP, and this measures 3 1/8 by 4.5 inches. I'm going to ink up the sentiment here, which says warmth, joy and happiness. Stamp here, which is just a line. I can't have my thing hanging in mid-air, can I? So I'll stamp that there. And the reason why I've left this blank is so that I can show you. You can also colour your houses by hand. You don't have to stamp it with the stamp filler. So I've taken the Balmy Blue combo and with the bullet end rather than the blush end where the thick line is. So that's the bullet end, that's the brush end. I shall go under the roof and then go over that with the paler Balmy Blue. Go over the roofs with a clear Winkle Stella. So now I can add my trees, so I'll put that on a glue dot. Bring back my Stamparatus and stamp the sentiment for inside the card. Now there are cloche domes that you can purchase. If you're sending cards, you'd want it flat, and those domes will make the card too bulky to send, or at least it will be quite expensive to send. So if you're going to make shaker cards, then I suggest you hand deliver those. This is what it looks like if you put it in a cloche. Another sample, you can just use the dies. I used a blending brush for that and a different stamp set. I think it's called Christmas to Remember, and I used this one, the Season's Greetings. And what did I stamp on the inside? Love and Joy, which is this one, for the inside. So these are all note cards, see? They're really quick and easy. So I hope that's given you food for thought. This one we made today, but you can do it in any colour. You can do it in smoky slate. Which do you prefer? Which colour? The grey, the red, the blue or the green without. So that's how to mass produce these note card Christmas cards with the Cloche Bundle. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll be back with more inspiration next week. All the supplies I used will be listed below this video. You can also read more about it on my blog at stampwithelaine.com. If you like this video, do give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it, and like or share. Thanks for watching. Bye.